What butter? You know the butter in the yellow and blue pack that you used to buy for like $3.85 some time ago, and then it went up to $4 and change, $6 plus in most places. Maybe one or two places you get for like $5, but it's still close to $6. Butter way. You gotta take out the butter now. You gotta eat dry bread. You gotta eat dry bread now. Whew. So bus fares as of September 1st, 2022, which is on Thursday, are going to go up. We've been waiting for a while. The bus drivers have been asking and begging. Taxi drivers, they have been begging and pleading for some time to get a little ease up. Everything went up for them. Tires were more expensive. Gas became more expensive. Maintaining the vehicles became more expensive. The potholes, sorry, no, I can't mention the potholes. Potholes ain't more expensive now. Probably more expensive to fix. All right, but the fares are up on our live right now at Extreme 104 SVG, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Well, you can't see it on Twitch, you could only hear. So we'll run through a couple of them here on the live, right? We're gonna make a link with a minibus driver in a few minutes, but let's run through maybe one or two. All right, so it says here, approval for an increase in bus and taxi fares in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Wednesday, 17th of August, 2022, in Cabinet, effective 1st of September, 2022. These are going to be the fares, all right? So, let me see. Kingstown to and from, Chateau, Fitzhugh, and beyond, $8. What is beyond Fitzhugh? Richmond? Do vans go all the way down to Richmond?
I would like to believe so.
Oh, so any point beyond Chateau is $8. All right, so Layou, Vermont, $3.50. Some other fees in there. Let me see. Sion Hill, Roseau, Mallow Village, Kingstown is your beginning point, right? $2. All right, Annesville, Cane Hall, $2. Let me see. Mespo, $3.50 now. To reach Fancy from Kingstown is $9. Oya, $8.
Richland Park is $5.
Richland Park is $5 as of Thursday.
Career Riley. Division $3.50.
Georgetown, $7. So that's for persons who are traveling to and from Georgetown on a daily basis. As of Thursday, you have to pay an extra $4 every day.
$2 actually.
Go and come. If you're going town and going back home.
Oh, you mean like that?
Wrong trip.
Right.
Wrong trip. Extra $4. $4 by 5. $20 by 4. That's an extra $100 a month.
$80. Well, 100.
80.
Yeah.
20 for 60.
No, but
Maths, you go vex me, boy.
put $100 still now. You never know. You might have do like short drops and stuff.
All right, you never know.
Right.
So Prospect Rathamill Fair Hall, now $3, going up to $3. Calico Glen Villa Fountain, Fountain, $2.50. It says here, any distance of 1 mile or less, $2. All right.
How do you know where's 1 mile? You can put markers.
Any short drop, $2.
Yeah, but so suppose you stop just over a mile.
$2. Remember, there's a destination, every point, like every bus stop on the main road at least, there's a fare. So anything in between there, that's a short drop. That's basically what it means. It's a short drop.
What I'm
$2.
saying, right? Who's going to determine what is a mile?
Man, you just play it by ear. We've been doing it for years. We ain't going to get technical in 2022, man.
Okay.
$2, short drop. If you want to move from like Graves to Massey, $2. I will be walking from Graves to Massey.
I see they have
$2. Oh,
I see they have Prospect $3 and Brighton $3.50.
yeah. Calico is right around the corner too, no? Calico is $2.50.
No, but Prospect ain't far from Brighton. So if I catch a van from Brighton to from Prospect to Brighton, it's 50 cents.
No,
you see
$2.
You see where I'm coming from now?
$2.
Yeah, but then
Man, the conductor, man, we have some very skilled conductor. Don't get technical this morning, man. Is when you reach in your van with your special case, they will charge you. All right?
Listen, and also, if I'm paying these fares, see not my pay ain't raised. That mean I get comfortable seat too. And I reaching where I going?
You know what? The best person to answer this is actually a van driver. All right?
That mean where I have to reach where I going?
Have to reach. No turning back. Okay? So let's get a van driver on. So the taxi fares to AIA to play different places. They're up there. You can see them on the screen. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, morning.
Is this Mr. Van Driver? You want us to share your name? You okay with that?
Yeah, Chris. Good morning.
Morning, Shane. What's up?
Morning. I'm good.
Okay, so you've seen the fares. How are you feeling?
Well, to be honest, it's not what we actually asked for. It was not what we proposed, but we would work with it. Not like we have any choice, but we would work with it.
What you mean it's not what you want? You wanted more or less?
We actually asked for $1 increase across the board to the different destinations.
Right.
We ended up with 50 cents, but we understand the economic pressures of the traveling public as well. So at least it would go a long way.
Okay, so for example, before we go forward, where's your bus route? You travel from where to where?
Kingston to Camden Park.
So Kingston to Camden Park. Let me go to Camden Park fares. It was
$2.
$2.
Now $2.50.
So $2.50. Could that meet the increases in tires, the gas? You've done your calculations, right?
Yeah, we've done our calculations.
And you can make it with
that's
that?
why I think, right, that we actually proposed that it would have gone from $2 to $3. But we understand the public and the cry of the public. Even though it seems as though van men are the only ones who tend to understand the cry of the public. Other business places, they just raise. They don't concern whether you could afford it or not. They just slap on the prices. But we as van men, we had to do a proposal, send it in, and we understand the government made the final decision.
How are you feeling about the time of the release, the date of the release? Sending it out just a few days before the end of the month, just a few days before it changes.
Well, we already predicted that the increase would have come around this time because of the fact where the government knows where school is about to open and the pressures that the van men are meeting, that more than likely it would have caused us to come together and strike around the time that school would have opened.
Okay.
Because operating a minibus right now, you're barely breaking even.
Right. I was just gonna ask that. What was the was the payout like? Are you breaking even most days? Or are you like operating at a loss?
Well, some vans, I would say we're barely breaking even because with the hike in gasoline, my van is a gasoline van. And I remember when I used to be able to fill my tank with like $140, $150. Now it's $200+ to fill back up your tank. And you burn more than one tank a day. So people need to understand that the gasoline cost is the main issue why we had to ask for an increase. Because I don't know if you remember, just after the volcano, gasoline was like down to like $13, $12 a gallon. Now talking $18+, which is an increase over $5 just over a year.
Yeah, I remember you went under the other film. Yeah, you were correct. Okay.
Tires has gone up, oil, parts for your vehicle. If you have a private vehicle, you would know exactly what we're talking about. Everything to vehicles have been increasing. And they've been blaming different things. They're saying the war in Russia, they're saying COVID. You understand? If you look at the even the boats that bring the goods, they have been increasing their costs to shipping. Shipping has gone up, which means the prices for parts automatically will go up. You understand? So everything have been increasing, and if you check out the last time Hanson's raise was over 11 years ago.
Okay, so let me ask you the obvious question, all right? So say now the price is increased. are we going to be getting a comfortable ride, or are you going to still pack up the vans?
The vans are licensed for 18 passengers.
Mm.
So when people keep asking if they're getting a comfortable ride, the vans are licensed to carry 18 passengers,
All right. Well, I
which exclude the conductor and driver.
asked
So
it because
if
of
the
the
van has 18 passengers, if the van is carrying 18 passengers, the van is not overloaded.
Right.
right.
But there are some vans, realistically speaking, that would pack up a lot of people. You have on the seat right behind the conductor a passenger standing up, leaning over you. Some of these vans, not all.
This is where the public would come in and decide, listen, I am not paid my fare for somebody to stand up.
Okay.
Who is not the conductor? Other passenger to stand over you, or 5 people on a seat.
Right.
The vans are licensed for 4 persons on a seat and the 2 in front, which
Right.
is the 18. So once the van stays within the 18 passenger limit, the van is not overloaded, the van ain't overpacked. You understand? Just means some passengers will be bigger than some.
Right.
You understand? So it comes to the discretion of the driver and the conductor to say, boy, 3 fat people down in the back, we go ahead and leave it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
I understand.
But the vans are actually licensed for 18.
Okay. What about the turning back issue now? How are you guys going to deal with that?
Well, again, this comes down to the public, because if the public is going to the bus terminal, and mind you, if a van tells you that it's turning back at Peace More, then you're supposed to refuse catching that van, because they already made it clear, listen, we're not reaching down to the bus terminal for whichever reason.
But I was with the case. Sometimes you in the van, you know, you halfway to your destination, then they say they turn it back to Peace More.
Yeah, well, then
And
the public would decide they're not paying for the service
Not
because
pay.
they didn't reach their destination.
Do not pay, right? That's what I said.
Right.
Okay.
But you see, at the same time, right, people would bring these things forward. What about the people now we have the groceries and want, boy, I'll give you a little drop in the gap to reach home.
Right.
They don't pay for that. So the thing is, when it comes to minivan, people only see on one side. Now, as I keep saying, the passenger van business, the minibus business in SVG, is the only business where when it's time for us to collect our money, we don't always get the right fares, or we don't always, somebody go ask for a ride, somebody would, you know. But when we go to the gas station or the parts place, we have to come up with the money straight up.
So
I can't go to the gas station and say, I go all $1 today.
So why do you think is that? Why do you think that is the case?
Because the public looks down on the minibus industry in Finvington.
You feel it's the
They
public?
see it as, the public sees the minivan industry as like a marble shop. They don't regard it as a business.
All right.
Is it?
In my opinion, right, I don't think it's the public. I think it's you guys, because like when time you're supposed to come together, is
It's hard for them to.
it's hard for it to come together.
Yeah, because of the way the system is set. The system is set as a rat race. Dog eat dog.
Right.
Child in a barrel,
Right.
like
Y'all
that.
are the guys in the
You're the
system,
guys
no?
in the system. So if you could control your system, then you could control us, quote unquote,
Yeah,
control
but
us.
most of the time, we are just trying to assist the public sometimes, you know. Because
No,
somebody will come
I
and
under-
say, "Gosh, I ain't
yeah,
had a
I
road in the
understand
morning to
that,
take a walk today." You understand? You're going to give them a ride this morning.
Right.
You understand? Or somebody might short pay $1, and the conductor, you go wild them up or embarrass them. Oh, give me my money, it's $2. You understand? But then now they're going to turn around and use this against the van man and say, oh, all you want to collect all the full fares. Now, if we're supposed to be hard and fast and decide, listen, I want to catch the van, you know, people going to cry out because every day you're going to have it.
True.
But we just try to be understanding to the situation. But then when it's all turned out, nobody seems to understand what the van men are going through.
Yeah, because all they're taking all this stuff serious.
Some of us do. Some of us
No,
understand the
it's not
flight.
matter of taking it serious. You have to understand that everyday people would not have it. So you can't embarrass somebody every time because they short give you $1 or instead of $2 or 50 cents short because they didn't have it. You have people just catch up and say, oh, drop my child to school for me, so please,
Right, but-
I ain't happy. And if it's hard and fast, you say no. If you have no money, your child can't go to school. They're not going to cry out and we say, boy, van man, you have no compassion, van man don't understand.
But in cases like that, right, Shane, I feel it's best for the passenger to say before they get into the van,
Yeah.
you know,
Say,
ask for a ride,
ask for a
say,
ride.
you know, I don't have this, whatever. Instead of sometimes passengers wait until the end of the
Yes,
drive and then they jump out. I mean,
another passengers wait till they reach the destination and
Right.
gear. And then when you ask them, they say, oh, that is all I have.
right.
But the thing is, sometimes you just try not to embarrass people.
No, but
Because, you know,
Uh-huh.
nobody knows your financial situation. You understand?
Right.
If you had it, you probably would have paid it. Because most of the time, these people pay it. You understand? But you don't know the financial situation in Finland right now. Everybody's meeting it. Everybody's feeling it.
Right. But I think
So we try to assist.
Question though, right? Seeing that fare is raised, are the conductors demanding more?
I didn't hear you.
The conductors, whatever the conductors, same pay?
No,
they
they're not demanding more. Because
More from what?
with the maintenance of the van, we still had to pay them.
So the conductors getting paid good then?
But most conductors I know who give a price that they work for.
Right.
And whether the van making it or the van struggling, it has some conductors you could talk to and say, boy, you don't see how the week going. I could owe you something for next week. Because this is what's happening. This is the hard and this is the facts. And we happening in the van industry.
Right.
You understand? You go to the part shop, people say, boy, we do like credit van, man, because it's hard to pay. But it's not matter it's hard to pay. The cost of maintaining your van on the road is very high right now. Tires used to be 14 something, now tires are almost $2,000 for 4 brand new tires.
That's for
Used tires used to be $60 and $70, now used tires are $100 for one. Everything keeps going up for the maintenance of a passenger van.
And you're providing a service. In terms of service, right? What are you going to change about your particular van or your service? Are you going to implement any new policies? Or what are you going to do differently?
Well, honestly, right now I'm off the road. I'm doing some cleanup to my van.
Okay.
Because I like to keep my van in a certain condition, right?
Right.
But I also think that when I do get back on the road, I want to implement you pay as you enter. Or as the van starts moving, the conductor collects the money. Because we know 50 cents has always been a problem in St. Vincent. So you see like how Camden Park moved from $2 to $2.50? It is going to be a problem collecting these 50 cents.
Yeah.
I could tell you that 50 cents has always been a problem. That is why we ask that the figures be rounded off to full figures. Because somebody would take you $3 whole or $2 and to pay you $2.50. People will be like, "Boy, me have 50 cents." You understand me?
Yeah, they give $2 instead of $2.50.
Yeah. So this is one of the things that I personally want to implement. I would encourage all vanmen to do is to start doing pay as you enter. Collect. So then when you get to the destination, they see any problems between the passenger and the conductor. You understand?
Okay.
If you only had $2, you say, okay, brother, I know it's $2.50 to camp back, but I only had $2. You understand?
Before the van moves off.
It's going to be a problem.
Okay. Anything else you're going to change?
Well, no, I offer really good service. You know, my customers would agree with me. You understand? I ain't into the loud music and the speeding and that sort of thing. You understand? I try to make my customers comfortable. I try to take them to the destinations. I'm one of the few fans always go to Tokyo, even though I'm a camp back fan and some of them will turn back at Mati. So I don't do my thing. You understand?
That is important. Going straight to Tokyo.
Yeah, I don't do my thing. You understand? And I would encourage all van men to, try and understand the public. Even though we're the only people who have to understand the public. You can't go in the supermarket and say, wait, I paid $3 for flour, and now flour reach $5, I only pay $3. You can't do that.
True.
You can't go to the supermarket and say, oh, the cash have been rude, so I ain't paid. You can't do that. You go to KFC and you had to pay wherever the cost is. But when it comes to fans, everybody feel, oh, we could just pay them what we want or what we have.
Okay. Question. Seeing that you guys had the raise, right? And you're operating as a business. What would be the closing hours for your specific business? As in your afro time.
You have different times. You understand? I personally, and my customers will tell you that, I try to finish work at 6 because I started work at 6. 12 hours behind the wheel is way more than enough.
Yeah, that's
you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what people also have to understand, that blind men do 14 and 15 hours a day. You understand?
Okay.
It ain't easy with a passenger van. And this is 6 days a week. And then Sundays now you go by the garage, you check your brakes, you check your stuff. You understand? So a lot of van men have no rest basically. We just keep going.
So what about...
So I try to finish at 6. Because the van has to cool down, the van has to clean. So even though I finish at 6, from them I still don't get home until like after 8. From leaving my house at 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I reach home after 8. You understand? To start my day all over again the other day. So different men would decide what time they choose to pull off. But most guys pull off when the place get there. They don't know the way the crime rate is into. the robbery and so forth. So most men tend to pull off from the place get a little deadish in the night. It's ain't really cost efficient to be running up and down with an empty van or with 2 and 3. So I guess most vans would still be pulling off around 7:30, 8 o'clock hour.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So Shane, the release said, right, all children in uniform. My goodness me. All children in uniform, people are asking about it. School children in uniform will pay 50% of the respective fare. Will that make things harder or easier for you guys?
Well, primary school kids before, primary school kids was supposed to be paying 50 cents and secondary school paying 75%. But with this new amendment that they bring to the charges, you see all school children. And if you look at the document properly, you see it's highlighted.
Yeah.
So I figured from reading the document that all school children now paying half the fare.
Does that include
And
college?
for uniform, you should be paying the full fare.
That include college as well, right?
Well, it's the children.
So school children in uniform.
So
And we both know that a lot of people attending like teachers, college, and so forth are grown people. So
But they
not
in
no longer
uniform.
but they're in uniform.
Yeah, but they're not children
Yeah, but so how you gonna use a discussion with that now? Because
because
it has 16-year-olds in college.
College children we would understand, but like people attending teachers, college, and nurses hostel, this is actually a job. You're going to work because they're paid.
Mhm.
You understand?
Okay,
It's just you in training.
Right.
So we would expect people attending teachers, college, and nursing hostel and so forth to pay the full fare because you're going to work. You're not going to school. Even though you're going to school, it's a job because they receive a salary at the end of the month. Primary school children don't, secondary school children don't. So this is a job.
All
But
right.
you're just in training. So in training, you wear a uniform. And even after training, nurses wear the uniform still. So the half price would be for mainly secondary school children, primary school children, and to some extent tertiary, which is A-level college, technical college.
Yeah.
Technical and community.
Yeah, because if you look at a lot of these centers, now you have grown adults applying to these centers for like after school, but they have to wear uniform as well. But you can't say, oh, you're a school child because you attended one of these after school centers. You're an adult, but you have to wear a uniform. Just like if you work in Guardsman, you in a uniform. You understand? So you pay the full fare.
Okay. Now, in uniform, which means that if you're not wearing a uniform, even though you are a child, you are expected to pay the full fare. That's your interpretation?
Yeah, that's my interpretation of it, and that's exactly how it was printed.
Okay. School children in uniform. So I can put on my uniform in the summer.
Yeah. Because if you look at the document, you realize that part is highlighted, right? In uniform, you pay 50%. So out of
50%.
uniform, you're expected to pay the full fare because you're taking up a seat.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
this is a problem that we only have in St. Vincent. Because if you look at the other islands with the transportation, once you're out of uniform, you pay full fare.
All right, understood. My next question, right? One of the problems that the minibus industry, drivers and conductors have had over the years is enforcing the correct fares. What are you going to do to not repeat history?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I would ask my conductor to start collecting the fares as we leave the bus terminal. You understand?
That is for you
Because
specifically.
when we get down to Camden Park where the person is working and they decide to give you $2 instead of $2.50, you can't go and fight them. Sometimes you don't even know who the person is. You can't go to the police station and say somebody shot me 50 cents. So when people say we don't enforce it, you understand? We try our very best to enforce it, but we can't manhandle somebody for 50 cents. I can't pull you back in the van and say, come go back town, because you ain't pay me my right money. You understand?
Right.
Then that would be a different issue brought up against van man. Oh, this van man here rough up my child, or this van man here rough up this person because they didn't pay the full fare. We try to collect our full fare. But it's not like we could do anything about it if the customer gets to their destination and say, oh, this is all I have. I can't push my hand in somebody's pocket. I can't hold on to somebody and say, listen, give me my 50 cents. You understand?
Okay. Are you going
So
to
it's
put up...
not as easy as the people want make it out to be. Because when you get to your destination is where the problem is. That's why I want to enforce pay as you enter when I come back on the road.
Okay,
So
so
then we would try and alleviate all these problems and misunderstandings.
all right. So would this raise be permanent, or is it just to help cushion y'all for now?
No, I don't see gas prices going down anytime soon. I don't see the price, and even when most of the time prices go down, you don't feel it. You understand? Because a lot of people don't be online following the stock market, or because I was checking out fuel prices in the US,
Right.
and fuel prices have gone down
Yeah,
way.
it gone way down. Yeah.
It's been in a while in the US.
Yep.
We haven't been feeling it down here. They're going to say, oh, remember the US had reserves, the US had this. You understand?
Right.
As soon as prices go up on the world market,
Yeah, it go up down here one time.
because the government wants the income. Because if you speak to somebody with a gas station, they're going to tell you, basically, they're probably making like 150 off a gallon of gas.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The rest of the money is divided between the company and the government. You understand?
Right.
So as soon as it goes up, the government adds that. But when it goes down, it takes a while and it trickles down by a few cents and so forth. So I don't see prices going back down at all. I think this would be a permanent fix.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Finally, though, maybe a suggestion. You guys are going to be sticking up the new fares in your buses, right? And the rules for entry, pay as you enter, and all
Yes.
those things. If you want to beg a ride and
Once you've been
footnote,
traveled, once you have traveled, you know, in most countries, you catch a bus in the US, the first thing you have to do is punch your traveler's card. You understand? That's
Right.
the first thing you do before, or you pay your money as soon as you enter the bus. And
Okay.
it's the same thing in other countries, because a lot of countries don't even operate with a conductor. So, like in Trinidad, you have bags, you have to struggle with your own bags. You understand? You have to pack in your bags yourself. You have to take them out yourself, because it's just the
Culture
driver.
shock.
He ain't coming out to help you. I've been to these countries and see how minibuses operate. You understand?
Some countries
I think
do not have
they're
conductors
very,
either.
very lucky. You understand? People come to vans, oh, they have 2 sacks of cement. If we could drop them down with 2 sacks of cement. Why? Because if you have to go and use a pickup, you're talking about $40, $50.
Yeah.
But if a van man says $10 for the sack of cement, you're going ball. Oh, God. You understand? People
Yeah,
pay a
yeah.
cart, man, with them walking and running behind the cart, man. $5 and $10. But they bring in the same bags in the passenger van and expect you to transport them for free. These are the issues that we need to work on as van men in Vincent. You understand? Because people always have stuff, especially people living in the further region, Chateaubelair, Barely. They come down, they make one big shopping, but they expect you to pack them under the seat. Then they expect you to drop them as close to their residence as possible. And if you tell them, boy, you had to pay an extra $5, they're going ball. They're going to be like, boy, pay $4 for me, I had to pay $5 for the bag, which is going to be $9. They're going ball.
Even
So
in
we
town.
try to understand.
Carry the purse and leave the load in town.
Yeah. I
So
do as I say.
You
Tell
see,
them.
people say, you guys would say that, but then they go and call on the same radio stations and they go bash us. Boy, them van money want to carry load, them van money want to do this. You understand? I work at Camden Park. We can normally have sales. People would come down here, people would buy windows, they would buy toilets, and they expect a van to bring them because it's plenty cheaper than if you ask a pickup. You understand? But
Sure.
then when the van man do charge, still a problem.
You,
You understand me?
You're basically paying for the seat.
Yeah. We say, listen, and not even the seat, you prefer the weight, because the lighter the van is, the less petrol, the less tires. You understand?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
heavier the van, it causes the trip to be more expensive. So you prefer the weight. You understand? But people don't get that. They figure, boy, even though I can't man $10 to bring me from Grace to Tokyo, and I walk in, I must bring pack the bags in the van, and go from town now to Camden Park, where you see it, and still pay the same $2.
Maybe you should put up a notice in your van too.
Yeah.
Load this, extra drop this, But I see a lot of it, and this might be the most difficult part, enforcing all of these policies in your personal van. All the best.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, but we gotta go now, right? You have another question?
No, go ahead. It's okay. Thanks.
We gotta go. Shane, thank you so much. All right, you know you can always hit us up with anything at any time.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy. All the best, man.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right. Thank you. Same to you. With that, we're going to end the live. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to drop. If you have not seen the fares. Oh, my bad. If you have not seen the fares, for those people on the live, the link to our post on Extreme, I just put it up there as a comment. All right. So you can check it out. Have a wonderful day.